Good morning or good evening to you all. This is your World Crisis WW3 Intel channel, and this is your nuclear watch or the countdown to WW3 nuclear war. When I am speaking of nuclear watch, I does not mean by a watch on your hand or a Rolex watch or the doomsday clock. But speaking of the doomsday clock, I will do a next segment on the doomsday clock. But I was speaking about atomic bomb, covering the issue on the clarification about atomic bomb and ICBMs and so on. But I will be running through the past a little bit, speaking about the first atomic bomb and the yield that the atomic bomb is wheeling. The first atomic bomb that ever detonated by the United States of America was on July the 16th, 1945. That was the Trinity. The Trinity have a yield of 25 kiloton, and this was detonated in the end of World War II. Then a few years after, the Soviet Union detonated their first bomb. The first bomb, you can see the picture there. The first bomb that the Soviet Union has detonated was the RDS-1. The Americans call it the Joe-1. The Joe-1, the name after Joseph Stalin. And the Soviet Union detonated this on August the 29th, 1949. This was 22 kiloton, almost equivalent to the Fat Man bomb that dropped on Nagasaki. This was the Fat Man bomb that dropped on Nagasaki, but I won't be speaking about this bomb. This is the little boy, 15 kiloton that the Americans dropped on Hiroshima, Japan, in World War II. This was way back, way back in time, when nuclear bomb was only an atomic or a plutonium chamber filled with plutonium and uranium bullets entering into uranium chamber to cause the chain reaction that created the atomic explosion. These were simple mechanism back in the days with devastating effect. The most powerful bomb that the United States ever detonated was the Castle Bravo. There are many other bombs that come under the name Castle, but I will be speaking about the most powerfulest one. The Castle Bravo was detonated at Bikini Atoll, March 1, 1954, and it was a whopping 15 megaton. You can see the explosion on the pics there. This was a massive explosion. I won't be going in the depth of it, but I'll be moving on to the Soviet first ever, the Soviet largest explosion. Yes. As you can see on the pic there, that is the explosion of the Soviet Union. Tsar Bomba or the taser bomb. This was the most powerfulest thing mankind has ever constructed. The Tsar Bomba was detonated on Novaya Zemlya on October the 30th, 1961, and it was a whopping 58 megaton. The mushroom cloud dwarfed everything on planet Earth. The shockwave that it made could measure 3 times the passage 3 times around the Earth. But I won't be going in more details of this. I will speak about American and Russian ICBM. Yesterday, before I started to do this update, I realized that NATO is conducting a drill, a nuclear drill, and it will be in this area that you see on the map: Norway, Netherlands, the United Kingdom, right into the North Sea. And it's not too far from Russia. I don't know if this will escalate things or so on, but maybe the government of the world is going mad. People need to wake up and open their eyes, because there is a potential nuclear war looming. And I have a feeling that things will get out of hand soon. The situation in Ukraine is getting more tense and more terrible. I know that the situation in Ukraine will spill over in a potential nuclear war. And I think, this is what I think, that Russia was preparing all along. After NATO announced that it will do the nuclear exercise, Russia announced that it will also test its nuclear weapon. They have opened back the Novaya Zemlya back to testing site, these testing base, and closed the airspace around some area in Russia. Novaya Zemlya is very major test site. That is where the Tsar Bomba was tested. But the thing is, it's not about who has the biggest or who has the powerfulest nuke. In a nuclear war, no one will win. But as I said, the Russian has been preparing. Right now, the Americans, or should I say, yes, the Americans, their ICBM, to me, it's a way outdated. First, you have the Minuteman 1, Minuteman 2, the Minuteman 3, and these were created into the 1960s. The earliest one is in 1994, that is the Minuteman 3. But I won't be going into details in these. I will do another segment covering all of this. The Russians has been topping their game, creating the Avangard system in 2019. The Avangard is a hypersonic glide vehicle that can travel at Mach 27. That is 27 times faster than the speed of sound. These were created to avoid detection by radar. And the RS-27 Sarmat, which the West dubs Satan II. The Satan II is a heavy ICBM This thing weigh 208 tons and it travel at Mach 27. As the war in Ukraine brews, I saw Russians testing all sort of hypersonic missile, hypersonic glide vehicles, and so on. They have the Zircon hypersonic missile, the Kenzal hypersonic missile. These things, I don't think the West have the technology to stop them. When the West was being focusing on developing a certain types of weapon, Russia was busy creating hypersonic weapon. Yes, these hypersonic weapons all has the potential to bring nuclear warhead. So, an a looming threat. There are things going on behind the scene of the Ukraine war that you will never understand and I will never understand, but I try to analyze the situation. I try to keep up to date because I know this is very serious and I want everyone everyone to take heed, open their eyes and know that this is not fake, this is reality. The world leaders has been going mad. Everyone want to show who is tougher than who, and in the midst the people will suffer. The people will suffer. Just like COVID, you hear about COVID until one day COVID end up at your doorstep. I will be covering more things at another time, but I want you all to look in this. There is a possible nuclear war looming, and everyone need to be prepared. I would like you all to like and subscribe to my work and have a nice and pleasant day or night.